Hi everyone, I am Olga Lisa Sir from BTBT GFT2B. So today I will be talking about the dimension of cultural differences. So number one is individualism versus collectivism. Individualistic cultures puts premium on the self and personal in relation to communication. People with an individualistic cultures background such as USA, Canada, and Northern and Western European tend to more assertive, confrontational, and direct to get things done at their own pace. This type of culture is more direct to the point pag nakikipag-usap o on point and honest in way of communication nila. So, collectivist cultures value work and collaborate. Collectivist cultures backgrounds such as Latin America and Southern Asia and Africa work more groups and cooperate with the other to avoid conflict. This type of culture ay mas prepare nila ang being collaborate with the other people para maiwasan ang mga hindi pagkakaintindihan. So the next is context, low context in high context. So sa low context cultures, views and present state clearly and detailed words as the way to convey a message. Ang verbal message nila ang direct is definite and detailed. That are low context. Ang USA, Germany. In high context naman, culture uses non-verbal behaviors and implicit not plainly expressed information to convey a meaning. Ang verbal naman ng high context ay unclear and mostly indirect. Ang mga countries ng high context ay Latin America and mostly Asian countries. So kasama tayo dito, which is ang Philippines. Ang high context culture which is not direct way of communicating or using non-verbal behaviors that actual meaning. Ang mga low context culture has to pay attention sa body language and even sa gesture na ginagamit ng high context to somehow to understand high context cultures. Ang high context culture naman is needed to be offended sa pagiging prangka and direct ng low of context culture. So number 3 is monochronic and polychronic. So monochronic cultures advocates punctuality, timely computation of the schedule matters, and monochronic culture is very strict sa time management nila. And they are more likely to set aside interruption just to finish the task on time. So polychronic naman has a more fluid and flexible concept of time, task interruption, and are acceptable practices, and maintaining relationship is more important than strictly following schedule. Ang polychronic culture naman is they are more open for a little interruption. Ang polychronic. So number 4 is uncertainty avoidance in low uncertainty. So refers to the need to what is going to happen. Low uncertainty avoidance cultures. Countries such as USA, low uncertainty avoidance culture. This type of culture accepting that thing may not always go as a plan and being comfortable with situations that are uncertain. So sa high uncertainty naman, avoidance cultures value precision and always race to possible reduce them. They are value accurate in they try to predict mga possible na nangyayari para maiwasan ang mga uncertainty. So number 5 is power distance and low power distance. So it is the extent to how the equality or inequality of power is expected or accepted. This cultural dimension is particularly reflected in how people communicate with individuals who hold authority. So sa low power distance, cultures values equal distribution of power. This is observed in the cultures of Australia, Denmark, and USA. Through power excess, people from these cultures value democracy. This type of culture is equal o pantay ang authority nila. So high power distance culture recognize the unequal distribution of power in normal, wherein you are just likely to follow any rules without question. So it means that they normalize na hindi pantay ang authority nila. May sinusunod sila and must be individuals who hold the authority. So the number 6 is gender, masculinity and femininity. So masculinity cultures advocates for strict to conventional gender roles and behavior culture and which is the role of males in high value than the role of females. In this culture ay mas pinangalagaan nila ang roles ng mga lalaki kaysa sa mga babae. So femininity cultures are based on that men and women assume varieties of roles and that are both value regardless of their sex and gender. So if you go to Denmark and Norway, females are viewed equal in terms of their role in the society. So dito naman sa femininity, unlike sa masculinity na high value ang roles ng mga lalaki, dito sa femininity naman mas ang babae regardless or identity, they are equal lang o pantay sila. So number 7 is orientation, short term and long term. So refers to how patience and value and waiting for the costumes of action. So sa short time orientation cultures, it is characterized by being very performance. It emphasizes quick result of social obligation and efficient generation. Dito sa culture na ito ay mas minamadali, they want quietly achieve their own goals. They don't want to interruption that para hindi tapusin ang mga kanilang ginagawa. So sa long term naman orientation culture is more that is waiting for outcomes of an action. It's value toward achievement of goals. So, dito sa long-term orientation, be more patient or willing to wait to see the actual result with pressure. They don't want to pressure and also patient with for the goals to achieve. So, an understand of this cultural dimension, it is important to becoming an effective intercultural communicator. So it helps a lot if you are knowledgeable of the diverse culture of local and global in terms of communicating. So that's all. Thank you.